Hey folks, Crazy Collaborator here again. And finally, we're going to look at game number 1 in our 20 from the Sega CD series, and this is the first sequel to Lunar The Silver Star. This is created in 1994 and released in the US in 1995 by Game Arts Studio Alex and Working Designs, and this is called Lunar Eternal Blue. And yeah, we're finally going to finish this series. Took a long time because I was sick. I was doing some really long RPGs at the end of this series. I had a heater that broke down, and it's still, even weeks after it broke down, still trying to get people to finish the repairs. It's been a real pain in the ass. But finally, we're going to finish this series. This is an epic, super long RPG, but it is so well worth it. We are getting the backstory here a little bit here. The gist is that an incarnation of the goddess Althena is in a girl by the name of Lucia, and she visits the world of Lunar from the Blue Star. And she doesn't realize that she's an incarnation of the goddess Althena. Really long game. Dozens of hours to complete. So I'm not going to do a full playthrough by any means, but we're going to see some of the opening here. This is jam-packed with so many great anime-styled cutscenes. Just so much of it. I mean, if you thought there was a lot in Popful Mail, this has so much more. This is so cool. This is such a great sequel. It took me a while to get over the first game, which I dearly loved, Lunar The Silver Star. But this is definitely better. I love this. I didn't really play this back in the day. I remember seeing it at the stores. But I never really got into it until recently, and boy, was I missing out. Lucia has incredible power as a goddess, and she could utilize it to destroy the world of Lunar. And there's a bad guy by the name of Zophar that kind of plans to use her to do that. And he is the big bad guy at the end of the game. Excuse me. And here, Lucia breaks free from the Blue Star and goes to visit the world of Lunar because she wants to find the goddess Althena and warn her about Zophar returning. Excuse me. Zophar is a really old entity. This has ties to the first game. There's a whole new party that are in this game from the first game. There's no characters in your party from that game. But there will be characters from the first game that will make an appearance in this one. The main protagonist is named Hiro, Hiro, and he is an explorer slash archaeologist, and he has a pet dragon with him by the name of Ruby. And she's got no clothes on. She should be freezing out there. She eventually gets some clothes on, thank goodness.
This is not the time for my awakening.
Yeah, you ought to be freezing. But she meets Hiro and Ruby.
Something's gone terribly wrong.
And eventually there will be more party members that you will meet. You can cast magic spells and do attacks just like in the first game, but here is where we meet Hiro and Ruby.
Did you say something, Ruby?
Hiro is trying to free this
great. Don't tell me you're hearing voices now.
dragon's eye.
Hurry up and get the dragon's eye. The timer's almost run out on the trap.
Trap? What trap?
there's a little story here, or a Hiro introduces himself to
Come on,
you.
Ruby, let's get out of here! Well, looks like you've caught us in another messy situation. Oh, by the way, if you haven't figured it out, my name is Hiro.
Hero! Bust the move! I think we lost him! Whoa!
Ruby's pretty funny. She's a very
Wow, Hero!
very sassy creature.
It's incredible!
And here is a ship called the Dragon Destiny,
Without wind or sails!
steered by the captain of Althena's
over
guards, Leo.
What are you doing in this area?
Who does this joker think he is? He might ask you the same thing, mister!
I wasn't talking to your cat. I was talking to you, boy.
Hello? Time for your eye exam! I am not a cat!
Knock it off, Ruby. You're gonna get us in trouble. My name is Hiro, and this is Ruby. Identify yourself.
You'll eventually get to fly the dragon ship,
Certainly.
or Dragon Destiny.
I am White Knight Leo, leader of Althena's guard.
After meeting him, you can wander around the land here and fight enemies. Now, something that's really cool about this game is that you can, when you beat enemies, you'll get magic points, and those magic points go to Ruby, and Ruby can give you those magic points and level up your magic spells that you cast. And even after you beat, or even after you level up everybody to 99, the maximum, you can still earn magic points by beating enemies. So you can level up all your magic spells until they're 99. Really, really cool addition to the Lunar franchise, or aspect added. One thing it took me a little while to get used to was the speed of your party walking around was much faster in Lunar the Silver Star, the first game. But I got over it. This game is so darn cool. The audio syncing is not correct. I'm sorry, that's not my fault. I used the emulator Kega Fusion, and when you edit it, it gets out of sync. Now, Ruby, if there's enemies that have almost no energy left, she might make her own attack and breathe fire on them and finish them off for you, which is kind of cool. That happens more often early in the game than later. And yeah, there's me using Ruby's magic points to increase a magic level. And each character can have a bunch of different spells. That little statue there is present in a lot of areas, and that will restore your magic and hit points. And here's Hiro's house, and there's his grandfather is friends with Leo. And his grandfather has an observatory, and from the top of the observatory tower you can see magic happening around the blue spire in the background, and that is where Lucia arrives, and Hiro is going to go meet her. He falls in love with her. This game is so long and takes forever to complete. So I really chopped up the gameplay that I had. It'll take like dozens of hours to beat, unless you have like maps and stuff. And you can arm yourself with some things at Hiro's house, and then even your Grandpa Gwyn will come with you and fight enemies. Just for a short time at the beginning of the game. And we're we're going to the Blue Spire here. We're going to go inside and meet Lucia. Eventually, I fixed the syncing because I captured the video with a different device. But yeah, it's going to be off with the video creator inside the Kega Fusion emulator. When you edit it, it's going to be out of sync. Other than that, I think the emulator does a good job with Sega CD games. Excuse me. I'm over my cold, but my lungs are still kind of weak. Had a bad cold that kept me from finishing this video, and
It's just floating there.
had all sorts of things I had to do. And here is the crystal from which Lucia will emerge. Lucia's got super long flowing blue hair. Looks like it would get caught in all sorts of things. And here's Ruby freaking out over her appearance. Ruby's actually in love with Hiro, and she gets really jealous when he stands there staring at her. Fortunately, she finally put on some clothes.
Hiro!
Yeah, a lot of people confuse Ruby with a cat, but she's actually a very young dragon. Excuse me.
It looks like a girl.
Yeah, I didn't really play this back in the day. Upon discovering it recently, I
My name is Lucia.
love this game.
I have come from the Blue Star on an urgent mission. Your world is in grave danger. I must see Althena immediately. Take me to her.
She looks like she could be some sort of goddess or something. What are we gonna do, Hiro? Ruby to Hiro!
And she gets to show off some of her magic powers. And they're definitely stronger than yours by this point, but eventually the rest of the party gets to be really strong at magic as well. You get various different stats boosted. And that is the voice of Zophar.
Sweet Lucia, it's been a long time, my dear. I am crushed that you haven't stayed in touch, but I'm very patient. I know that you will come around to my way of thinking, eventually.
I will never submit to you. What have you done with Althena?
She is a reincarnation of the goddess Althena.
Why don't you ask her?
She doesn't quite realize it, I guess.
Oh dear, I forgot.
Excuse me.
Don't know where she is. What a pity.
So far, I will not allow you to corrupt this world. Dragon power, shine forth. Fill me with the strength of ages. Empower me to overcome the destroyer in our midst.
Lucia, that was quite
Oh no,
unimpressive.
what happened?
I'm afraid I had to seal away the power of the four dragons. You see, very soon, you will be all that stands between me and universal domination. Tell me, darling, was it good for you?
He takes away her magic.
You are nothing
She'll get
more
it
than
back.
a helpless foe.
She really is kind of useless through much of the game, which is kind of weird for a goddess. But she sometimes will show off her magic skills. You'll have to fight these guardian bosses while she lays flat on the background. You'll eventually get her healed back up. Zophar's magic is bad news. It'll have an adverse effect on a lot of people in the game, including, of course, Lucia. Yeah, there will be a lot of boss fights in this game. Well, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and I hope that the rest of the holidays turn out good for you. I have to work Christmas, which sucks, but oh well. And there's Leo again. Leo will eventually believe that Lucia is evil and that she's going to try to destroy the Earth. And Ruby tells Lucia that, hey, Hiro's my boyfriend. Lucia is kind of naive about the human culture. She takes a lot of things literally. And so they let Lucia rest a little bit, and now they're off, and they sail for what was the place they go to meet their first party member, apart from Lucia and Hiro and Ruby. And this is the land of Larpa, and Ronfar is right there, even though he initially says he's not Ronfar. He is a gambler, and he used to be a priest for Althena. And he challenges you to a game of dice, and he has magic dice that always work in his favor. Eventually, he'll let you win once. And that's the mayor of the town that you talk to. And there's Ronfar.
What do you want with this Ronfar guy anyway? You know, he's kind of a deadbeat. I can't believe he was ever a priest for Althena. But I'll tell you where your guy is if you beat me in a game.
Yeah, the voice acting isn't super great in this game. It's passable here and there. I think the actress for Lucia is kind of meh. They're not. They're all technical staff, I would imagine, all the voice actors. Yeah, the dialogue in the first game was pretty funny, and it's pretty funny here and there in this game too. Lucia passes out. She's still heavy with the Zophar curse, and Ronfar has to lift it. Eventually, Leo comes back and tries to find Lucia and capture her, because he thinks she's going to destroy the world. Excuse me. Yeah, my lungs have gotten really weak from the couple of colds that I've had lately. I used some save states. Here is a shrine that Ronfar will heal Lucia at. Like in the first game, Lunar The Silver Star, there are 4 dragons that you will have to encounter, and there are 4 heroes. And one of the heroes is a descendant of Mia from the first game. And we'll meet her in a little bit. And this woman named Mari that Ronfar is recalling is his girlfriend, and she fell under Zophar's spell and became evil.
I just need a little more power. Hold on, Mari. Fight, Mari. Fight.
She is one of the 4 heroes. She's a powerful magician.
I won't let you give up.
I play that moment back in my mind over and over, I won't go through something like that again. I'll save Lucia or die trying.
And yep, he saved her. And then they go back to his house, and in the morning, Lucia leaves. She goes down to the docks of the city, still having nightmares about his former girlfriend. Lucia is still intent on
Yes.
finding the goddess
affliction is
Althena, even though she's actually
It's
a
so strange.
reincarnation
I
of her.
did not know humans possess such wondrous powers. That shouldn't be possible, unless Althena was the source. What a strange world I've come to. Its beauty is unsurpassed, and yet it remains filled with such mystery and emotion. Why is the flower so soft, and the snake so deadly? Why do some love, and others hate? Is this land of contrast the one that Althena created?
And then you go off to
Hey,
Maribia.
Chief, take a look. Isn't that Lucia?
Oh, well, not yet. Actually, first you get
But
accosted
you must
by
believe
Leo
me.
again,
My
and he's
story is
captured
true. I have no reason to lie.
Lucia.
If I do not find Althena before Zophar returns to power, he will destroy your world.
Ha! You expect me
Yeah,
to believe
Leo
that,
believes that
Destroyer?
she's
Althena's
evil.
only order was to eradicate you, not to listen
and
to
that
your
he's supposed to
evil
destroy
lies.
her. Yeah, the Dragon Destiny, the ship that Leo steers, is pretty awesome. It's huge, and there's all sorts of rooms. For now, you have to fight some guards that are on there because you're not wanted. There's some of the spells that you'll start to learn as you level up. Even after you level up everybody to 99 with experience, you can still earn magic points from beating enemies and use that to power up your magic spells. And here is Lucia captured on the ship, and you free her. And Leo will wonder why she's not in her cell anymore, and then you'll trap him. This game has a terrific sense of humor, like the first game did. A lot of funny moments, a lot of pop culture humor references, and a lot of fourth wall breaks. And now this area is called the Illusion Woods, and you'll have to escape from Leo again. These trees will have magic openings in them, and you'll hide inside one of those from Leo. And shortly after emerging from the Illusion Woods, you will meet another party member. And there's a long labyrinth between the trees. There's long labyrinths. Labyrinth is... Jesus, I can't speak. Long labyrinths throughout the game. A lot of big, complex mazes. Really, really long game, but well worth your efforts. And these green enemies can respawn in a battle if you're not quick enough. There's your typical shops in the towns that you buy weapons from, and you can sell weapons. And this music is coming from a caravan of dancers. And the lead dancer is going to be your next party member, and her name is Jean. She's not only a gifted dancer, but she's a powerful karate master.
I've ever seen. Well, thanks. Say, I haven't seen you here before. Are you visiting? Well, my name is Jean. And if you haven't figured out what I do in the troupe, I'm the star dancer.
She's my favorite character of all. She's very strong. She learns to have multiple attacks in one round. She can attack like up to 5 times at once. And they're very powerful. And she has some powerful dance attack moves. And this living plant captures a number of her caravan members, her fellow dancers, and you have to eventually fight at that plant. So yeah, there will be a lot of boss fights in this game. Excuse me. I used a hack to get a lot more experience points in this game. There'll be a number of great places to farm enemies and get lots of experience points and magic points to spend on your magic spells to level them up. And we're going to beat the boss plant. The magic points are also used to save your place. Yeah, saving your place in the game using a save file will cost you magic points. Remember that. And here we're going to end up visiting a ghost manor, or a haunted manor. And this person here with a hood over them is our next party member. She'll take the hood off eventually. Her name is Lemina, and she is actually a descendant of Mia from Lunar the Silver Star, because her last name is also Ausa, and she is the magician premier of Vane. And yes, Vane is in this game from the first game. It's no longer floating, of course, because it was zapped by Galleon in the first game and brought down to the ground. And you have to get through this this haunted mansion. And there will be monsters that you will actually have to use a spell on first before you can regular attack, or you won't be able to beat them. So yeah, use your spells and then do a regular attack. And once you get through this haunted mansion, or haunted manor, then Lemina will join your party. Lemina's got some cool spells. There's one of Hiro's spells. He uses a boomerang. And Ronfar uses his magic dice to attack his enemies. I'm not a big fan of Ronfar. I especially don't like his dice attacks. Some of them can actually harm your own party members, or maybe kill them off. So he's a little bit like, I don't remember what the character was from Final Fantasy VII, but they were a little bit similar. I prefer Ronfar just using a good old weapon, like a mace. Excuse me. Eventually, your characters will get so strong that their regular attacks will end up being stronger than the magic attacks. And some of their regular attacks might create an aura around the enemy and be a lot stronger than normal. And the boss of this haunted manor, excuse me, is a clown. There's one of Jean's special attacks. Another Hiro attack, magic attack. I really dig this game. This game is so cool. There's Hiro leveling up a couple times.
Congratulations!
And there's Lemina. She's a little crazy.
My name is Lemina Alsa, premier of the prestigious and world-famous Magic Guild of Vane. Did I surprise you?
And here's one of her magic attacks. And here's Leo again. You gotta escape him again, and you'll eventually dress Lucia up so that she'll be disguised. Eventually, Leo will realize that Lucia's not bad and that she doesn't intend to destroy the world, and he'll be your ally. And he'll fight with you on a few occasions. Here's where we change her into different clothes at Jean's caravan. And this is kind of funny. They try on some really awful costumes for her.
Well, it's definitely pink,
But I think they're both kind of cute.
but she looks like a birthday cake. Next. Well, that disguise might work.
No way. It's too Annie Lennox.
Yeah.
Annie Lennox.
Next. That one's not too bad. You're
She's a clown.
Definitely you,
Do you think this is really my color? No, we were just joking.
And the boys peek in on her, and they get pummeled by the girls. This is better. I'm still not a big fan of it. And now Leo finds him again, and they're trying to escape on this this rocket ship, and he sabotages it, and they land here. But while you're here, you get to see a little flashback to some of the events from Lunar the Silver Star, the first game. And there is Luna, and you will see her again later in this game. And there's Galleon, and you will see him.
The world will once
There he
again
is.
be mine on a delicious half shell. And you can't stop me, Lucia.
You have encountered Galleon numerous times later in the game.
How do you know who I am?
Oh, where are my manners? Let me introduce myself. I am Galleon.
Galleon.
Oh.
Yes, I am the same Galleon that was buried and left a cursed memory. And yet I now live again.
And there's Leo, bound and determined to get Lucia from you. And even though he threatens you by shooting you with his ship, someone else gets the drop on him. And that someone is Galleon. There he is. I like how a number of the characters in this game are evil, but then they turn out to be good. And Galleon eventually is a good guy. And here's Maribia. Maribia from the first game. This is where Jean meets up with her old karate master. He's another one that's bad, but turns out to be good. He taught her how to fight with using deadly karate.
Welcome to my dojo.
His name is
I am
Lun.
Blue Karate Master Lun. Many consider me foremost of Althena's heroes. I am flattered by their generosity, but I am merely a humble disciple who has much to learn from the goddess.
There are
I
4
sent you
dragons,
also come seeking that knowledge.
like in the first game, and 4 heroes, like in the first game. And the 4 heroes are Borgon, Lun, Mari, and Miria. Miria is Lemina's mom. And hey, there's a descendant of Ramus from the first game. And he still has Ramus's shop. And Ramus's shop still has an entrance to the Maribia sewers. And Ramus's family still can't use magic. And somebody else you're going to meet from the first game is Null. Null was the descendant of the White Dragon Quark from the first game. And he's 1,000 years later.
My name is Null.
He appears in this game.
What are you doing on my property? I don't welcome trespassers, so you'd better have a good story.
And here's the Maribia sewers. Yeah, the events in this game take place 1,000 years after the first game. So the characters from the first game are mostly passed on. That includes Dragon Master Alex, and as you'll find out later, Luna. And here is
That mask!
Master Lun in disguise. She doesn't realize it's him at first.
Trash like this on a regular basis.
He's been capturing children to turn into killers with his karate.
Best and righteous student. It's such a shame you left as you did. Now you will pay the ultimate price.
Maybe now she knows who he is. Eventually, you'll come across Lucia bathing in a spring, and she freaks out.
Who's there?
Yeah, the first game had springs that your party could bathe in. And now we meet Leo again. It's about here that he starts to realize that maybe Lucia isn't out to destroy the world. And he talks to Hiro about her. Just like in the first game, you'll have a number of moments where you can choose dialogue, and sometimes the dialogue is pretty funny. Only once a month. Yeah, I used some save states in here, sorry. This is such a darn long game that I had to go to work or do something else. Boy, work's been very, very, very busy. I work at a hospital and we get all sorts of COVID and bed bug cases that I have to clean up after. It takes a long time. And now we meet up with Ronfar's ex-girlfriend who's been corrupted by Zophar's magic. And eventually you'll free her from his influence. And eventually you'll reach a place called Pentagulia. And this is where Lucia wants to meet the goddess Althena, not realizing that she herself is an incarnation of the goddess. What's with the Castlevania music? And there is Althena, but it is a fake. It is not the real Althena.
Lucia from the Blue Star. I know you have traveled very far to visit me. Your journey was difficult. More than it had to be. For you see, much of your trouble was caused by my subordinate Galleon, who misunderstood my orders regarding you.
You are not Althena.
And Lucia figures it out pretty quick. She tries to blast the fake goddess, and Galleon gets in the way. And Hiro has to fight Galleon, and there's nothing you can do. Galleon's gonna beat him. And Hiro will revive, and then you'll go to the White Dragon's Cave. And in each of these dragon caves, you gotta throw dragon aura into that crystal, and you'll get a helpful item back. And Null will appear, and Null will actually show off.
You haven't seen the coolest part.
This ability.
Blow you away.
It'll take more than you've got to blow me away.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah? Well, watch this.
He turns into a giant dragon. It's the first time we've seen Null be able to do that.
See? I told you this would be cool.
If I hadn't seen it, I wouldn't believe it.
Once I tried to bury the past.
And here is
but
Jean.
it will not be buried.
She is going to
The
be
knowledge haunts me. I will
entering
deny
a
it no
karate
more.
tournament to beat her
And
former
so it has come
master.
to this. I must now embrace what I once despised. My past. My sins. My life will never be the same again. The circle is closed. This is my destiny.
And there is the Blue Dragon Cave. Yeah, you go to each of the 4 dragon caves, the white, blue, black, and red dragons. And the new red dragon is going to be Ruby. And the white dragon, of course, is Null. You get to use the dragon wings from the first game, but they're not as cool in this one. You don't get a transport to any city. You just get a warp out of dungeons or caves. And there's the floating city of Neovane, created by one of the 4 heroes, Borgen. He is actually a fat, arrogant asshole. And you do have to fight him, and he zaps your dragon destiny so that it's inoperable for a short while. You can drive the destiny over water, land, and get out wherever you need to travel on foot. You will eventually transport to Neovane, but only certain ones who have magic abilities can go through, and that does not include Jean or Ronfar, as you will see right here. And they get excluded and dropped into the mines to work as slaves for Borgen. And you have to go back eventually and find them in the mines, and they're close together. Excuse me. Yeah, Borgen is an asshole at first, but he eventually turns good, even though he's still arrogant, and there he is.
Isn't little Lemina and friends. I
He is in love with her mom.
Around Neovane. You've seen the fruit of my discipline and tight regulation. Neovane is vastly superior to the original in every way. Once people forget about the old Vane, I will begin a glorious new magic guild.
He's very tough. He has these floating orbs around him that they cast magic spells on you, very powerful spells, or they act as a barrier. Yeah, he's very, very tough at this point. Toughest boss you faced. And after you beat him, then Neovane starts to fall. And Lucia will cushion its fall with her magic. And there's another boss. You'll have to fight a boss in the Dragon Caves, each of them. And this is the Black Dragon Cave. So you have to get the aura from all the caves and throw them into the crystals. And here's a side quest you can take. You can go in this cave way south and get a snake ring and some other treasures. This is a cool mountain face here. That's just optional, really. Excuse me. And there's Leo again. They are friends. You're all friends at this point now. He's not thinking that Lucia is going to destroy the world anymore. And Ronfar laments about his ex-girlfriend who's under Zophar's influence. So you're going to have to change her and everybody else back to normal who was under his influence with the Althena's tears. But you have to... She's really... Mari, his girlfriend, is heavily under Zophar's influence, and you have to have Lucia transport him inside her mind to save her fully. Excuse me. Yeah, those colds I had recently have really made my lungs weak, and I'm trying to get back to normal. And he brings her back. I'm thinking that they eventually marry or something. During the ending sequence with the credits, they show them together. I guess she's Leo's sister. And here's the red dragon crystal that you throw the dragon essence into. And, yeah, Ruby is the red dragon. And there she is, fully transformed. That's just her brief form. She assumes it for a short time later on, too. And now Lucia wants to take the Dragon Destiny ship off to Pentagulia. And there's Galleon again.
My. You've been busy little beavers, haven't you?
And you actually have to fight Galleon. But no, he will instead turn Hiro into a crystal, or trap him in crystal. And now you have to, instead of go to meet the real Althena at Pentagulia, Lucia has a change of heart and goes back to save Hiro. Take him back to, what was it, the Blue Spire, to restore him. Man, this game is just so long, and it gets frustrating at some points where the labyrinthine mazes will make you want to tear your hair out, but it is so worth it. Such a cool story. So many cool anime type sequences. And you restore Hiro. And now the four dragons help to wreck Pentagoulia, because you know that the goddess is fake.
Mega cool!
Sweet so far.
They did it! Pentagoulia's destroyed!
Yeah, this is it. Let's go.
And now you get to face the fake Althena.
Master Zophar, come to the aid of your loyal servant! Master Zophar, help me! You promised me eternal beauty and youth when I agreed to your plan.
And you get a destroyer. So again, the real Althena is Lucia. And we meet Null again. And he introduces you to a recording of Luna from the first game, who was the original, or who was the earlier form of Althena. And Luna became human
Lucia.
and eventually
I
died.
know that you've come here with good friends. You wouldn't be here without them. They're
Her
the
and
key.
her
Think back on your journey.
her
Think of
boyfriend
the battles you
Alex, Dragon Master Alex,
Think of
both
the
died,
obstacles you've overcome.
and
Think
all
of
their
what it
friends
took to
from
get
the
this
original
far.
game.
Lucia, look to your friends. Believe in the tremendous power of the human spirit.
From beyond the ages, I,
And here,
Lucia of the Blue Star, call to thee. Unlock the power of Althena and place it at my command.
This is one of the negative aspects of Lucia being so powerful. She knocks out all the party members, or by taking away their magic points. You'll eventually recover. Yeah, see, when you run out of energy, you look like that. You collapse on the ground, and you have like this little cuckoo
time
bird
has
floating
come.
around your head.
You don't belong in this dimension, Zophar. Your evil corrupts everything. I'm sending you back to where you belong. Permanently.
Yeah, I used Bandicam to capture
If you're certain you mastered all
where the syncing was not out of whack. You see those digits at the bottom left.
your mission is to restore the Blue Star.
That's frame
Why do
rate.
you hesitate to abolish me and complete it?
He's trying to goad Lucia into unleashing her power and destroying the world. And she can't do it. And he ends up capturing her
You stopped it.
after he tried to destroy the party, and she blocked his magic spell. I remember the first time I saw that, I thought he was going to eat her. It's like, wow, what a bad ending. You can talk to Borgan and Miria again. He really does love Lemina's mom, but he's still an arrogant jackass. And you have to find all the party members because they've scattered.
Looks like the hero doesn't pass
Oh,
muster
there's
in our
Galleon.
little morality play. How delightful.
Galleon!
And you have to fight him.
Are you watching in
And when you
secrets
beat him,
dine?
He actually helped
These
save you
children shine with
from
your
the power
light.
of Althena and Zophar from destroying you. So you leave on actually good terms, and then he dies. He actually died in the first game and was revived by Zophar. And in Zophar's palaces, you've got a long maze to have to get through. Really takes a long time. You gotta draw maps or look at maps. And then you can finally transport to Zophar's HQ, and you have to fight the 4 fake dragons again in the 4 corners. And then you'll be able to take on Zophar's many forms. And here's his first one coming up.
Lucia! No! Hiro! Run away! Run away!
What's the matter with you, Lucia? Turning our special guests away without a proper reception.
Now that I have seized the
And there's a
power
second
of
form.
Althena,
The second form, you have to kind of... he's got like a couple shields that protect him from your attacks. And you have to kind of tarry long enough for Lucia to be able to free herself.
This world is one of light and hope.
And then you go to his next
You
form.
have no place here. Your power can never extinguish the light within the hearts and minds of every single human.
And then Hiro and Lucia fight him together. His final form.
No! This is not possible!
And here's
I
the...
cannot be defeated!
Here's what it looks like after you beat him.
The power of darkness and hate will never overcome the power of light, Zophar. Never.
And after that, then you go find Lucia on the rooftop of the Magic Guild and try to convince her to go home with you to your house. And she acts like she's gonna go, but she wants to stop at the Blue Spire on the way, and you get kind of a sad ending where she just leaves. She goes back to the Blue Star and leaves Hiro.
Lucia!
I will never forget this
But
place.
that's not the end.
The people here. They will live on in my memory.
After the credits, after the game ends,
I must go, Hiro. Please understand why.
then you will have the opportunity to play what is called Epilogue, and that is a whole new adventure. It's a lot less stressful because I don't think there's any boss fights, but you will be able to get a true ending by beating Epilogue and having Hiro and Lucia be together at the end. Kind of cool. There's so much to do in this awesome game. So you're back at your grandpa's house and you start a new adventure. Really cool. Well, that was Lunar Eternal Blue, created in 1994 and released in the US in 1995 by Game Arts Studio Alex and Working Designs. Game number 1 in our 20 from the Sega CD series. Well, I thank you for watching it all, and I hope to see you soon for another video. Have a great holidays, folks. Bye-bye.